Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Screens come and go. I've had these puppies for a few years now, and very happy to have them. I have a few other screens in my home office, and really strewn about the home. I've never had an LCD screen die on me, though. I mean, it's never really given out. I've either sold them before they had completely died, or I have just haven't really had a lot of LCD screens that I don't still have, that I didn't either pass on to other people who were working for Locker Gnome, or didn't sell. That's what I do with my old LCDs. Now, if I had old CRTs, I'd be a little more creative because there's more space to deal with. I would probably, if I had an old CRT, and I don't have any cathode ray tubes in this house anymore, I would convert them into potentially aquariums, a Lego storage tank, potentially just put like plexiglass in front and then drop Lego bricks in behind them, and it's cool. It's like little thing. You can do more, I think, with old CRTs than you can old LCDs. But we have an article on lockergnome.com, if you did not already know, that really will give you some ideas on what you can do with old LCDs. But I got to tell you, throwing them away is not a good option. If anything, recycle them. And as they are, fading away, it's not as bright as it used to be. You got some other issues, not as clear or crisp as it used to be, or whatever it happens to be. Or you're just not happy with it anymore. You could potentially recycle it, or instead of just handing it over to a recycler, potentially give it or donate it to a school or some other type of charity or a nonprofit, because they may need something, anything, to upgrade from their old CRTs, which they can convert into other things as well. Air on YouTube, as we're streaming this live, says, "Give them to me." That is a possibility. You could give them away. I think that the bottom line is, if it's still working, it's worth something to somebody. But before you chuck it, again, look at our list. I mean, beyond the ideas that I have for what you can do with an old LCD, and you may come up with other reasons altogether. In so many things can be done with old technology. So many things, rather than just throwing it away. You can possibly even, as I said, make money with old technology. I'm looking here for comments. Who makes your main displays? They are awesome. And he has a question mark there. Yes, they are awesome. Let's see here. Use an old CRT frame, put a new LCD in it, and Mobo, and make your own iMac, says J Rocker for Life. There's another suggestion. Looks like JKN Productions 1212 says, I have one CRT monitor still working. I use it for a live streaming monitor. I don't use it a lot. It is tucked away in a corner. Another thing to consider about that old technology, it may not be as efficient in terms of power usage as newer technology. I think when these big screens are plugged in and they're not displaying any image on the screen, they're in power saving mode. I think they take like 3 watts, for a cycle, and that's fine. That's not really a lot. What size is yours, Chris? Asks Carousel 210. It's kind of a personal question. Oh, monitors? These two are 30 inches, and I think it's 2560 by 1600 times 2 this way. So 2560 times 2 is something that I can't calculate in my head very easily. I need resolution, and I think what we're going to see in the coming years, what would get me to move away from these things, beyond them dying, is the denser resolution with the same size diagonal. They measure diagonally. These are 30 inches diagonally. If I had twice the resolution on that screen, everything would be sharp. These are not ultra sharp screens that I have. OLEDs are great but pricey. Yeah, but that's the problem, is that you can't really get them and have money left over to afford any kind of computer, even if you built your own. LCDs are getting more affordable. I recommend anyone using a CRT to upgrade to an LCD display, says CPU Kid 00. I agree. I don't see why you would have a CRT anymore. I mean, yes, you may find advantages, but there are a lot of disadvantages. I think largely with the saving energy. LCD right now is the way to go. But I'm looking for higher resolution, denser resolution within the same screen space. That would get me to upgrade. Oh my God. Oh, it would be. Can you imagine 2 times? I mean, it's like kind of like what Apple calls like Retina display. It's not so much the size of the screen, the physical size. I mean, sure, it's nice to have something large sometimes, but if the resolution is low, it doesn't really matter. A sharp resolution means everything to your eyes. And the closer we can get to that with our computer screens, I think the happier everyone's going to be. So my question to you is, what would you do, or what do you do with old LCD screens that you have lying around? If you've gotten rid of them before, or if you plan on getting rid of them, what will you do? And I think this is a curiosity of mine. What is the size of your screen? What's the distance, the diagonal measurements of your screen? In the U.S., we go by inches. I'm sure elsewhere in the world you would use centimeters. So what's the measurement and then the resolution? Because those things together, that's what matters. It's not just one or the other. It's got to be both together. That really makes a good screen measurement, or a measurement of a good screen.